to put the mast up and down, you've got to have it like that at 90 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Don't put it up and down like that.
Right.
That stop it from falling off. Goes up. Then once you're sailing, you take it back out again. Just, if it's got to fall off, you want it to fall off.
So when the pin's in, it won't fall off?
That's right, yeah.
So why would you take it out to sail?
Well, the pin's not the only thing holding it up.
Oh, okay.
All these other stays up. But if one of these snaps or, you know, there's some reason why it come down, hopefully we're not out in that sort of weather, then you want it to actually come down, that pin will stop it, and then you pull everything off the boat. Start putting rivets out.
So they're very simple to put on and off. Just
Yep.
clip it on, it's got a retaining clip there. So just make sure that's always on there.
Yep.
And to get the rudder off, you just push that in.
Yep.
Simple.
Yeah,
So to pull them down, you're just out sailing, get out in the deep water, push that down. The advantage of it, say when you're coming into the beach, don't just sail in and let these kick up. You know, you'd let the leeward side up. What I do is hang on to that as you're sailing in the shallows and just keep easing it.
Hold it down as long as
so you'll feel it hit the bottom. You just keep leading. But if you did hit an obstacle, that pivots.
Okay.
That comes up. It's got a rudder adjuster there. We've already set these rudders up so they're all aligned. But over time, you just got to watch that nut doesn't come loose.
What you can do there, Matt, is the whole idea of this is if you have what we call weather helm or lee helm, you can change the reiki of rudder. If you've got weather helm, then you take the rudder further under. If it's light and flighty, you can bring it back a bit.
Right.
Generally, once we've set it, it's there the rest of its life. Generally, when you're leaving the beach, just, you know, if you're in shallow water, you just pull a little bit on, so you got some steering.
Yeah, that's right. So you got some steering, and you can.
On one side, it's got red. That's for port. So that goes to the port side.
Okay. Yep. Sure.
That's just because we've drilled these holes.
Yeah.
Right, so that's your sail. The batten's just it's got a V-lock on there.
Sure.
At the end of the day, just
loosen at the end of the day.
loosen them off.
Yeah, sure.
The
So leave them in there. It all rolls upwards.
Yeah,
sure.
the reason you loosen them at the end of the day because it stretches the sail.
Yeah.
When you wind it up, at the end of the day, to make sure the battens are straight.
Right.
If you wind it up like that,
Oh yeah.
the batten gets twisted. Just always make sure you're into the wind.
Yep. Okay.
We've actually had it surveyed for 4 people.
Right. Okay.
So we had to fill one hole full of water, and you have to put 4 adults on it.
All right. With the one hole full of water. Okay. Yeah. Well, we certainly.
No, you wouldn't. There's a knot on that halyard.
Yep.
9 times out of 10 it goes to the front
Oh yeah.
to hook onto the hook.
Yeah.
But for some reason it doesn't. Sail tracker. There's a mast feeder there which helps guide the sail in.
Yep.
Put the halyard through there and that helps you pull the sail up.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
So like if you pulled that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, this thing. I said make sure we're always in the water. None of us checked it. You can hear on the top
When it stops.
there's a hook.
Yeah.
That's not on.
Yeah.
Rotated
strength.
That's it. And then just there where the sail track is,
Yep.
feed the sail into there.
Okay. And then it comes down and it's all in.
Yep. Into that other pocket.
Oh yeah. Okay. You have to get that bit
Yeah.
from the hole down.
Yeah.
Get water. Yeah. I don't want to see the water everywhere.
So that's the down hole.
That's the down hole.
That's pretty basic. You just
Yeah.
pull that on if it's windy. Just make sure when you're on the beach, you always let it off.
Sorry.
So obviously just to put the block on the traveller.
Yep. And where does this? Oh, so this pole sits behind it.
Yep. You tie your traveller rope to your main sheet rope. The advantage of that is, say, like if you're out in the trapeze or it's windy, you can just reach the other end and let this out.
Yeah, sure.
And always sail in the middle hole.
Rightio.
You can go in here if it's real windy, but we just find it's better there. it's got a ratchet on it. You can adjust that cleat up or down.
Oh,
Just put the screws at either side.
Why?
Oh, like some people like to cleat it all the time.
Oh, okay.
Others like I like to have it where I can't cleat it.
Right, that's it.
If you're racing,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you know, you can't go over.
Yeah, sure.
That's that'll be very easy to cleat, so it'll be good for you to
Very sweet.
just to muck around on. But if you want to adjust it, and there's a ratchet on and off, so you can turn that around the other way, and the ratchet goes off.
Okay. Yeah.
I kind of like that, but if you don't have the ratchet on, it's very hard to pull on.
Right.
So just make sure whenever you're sitting at lunch or anything, let it all off. Just take that off. It's the easiest thing.
Yeah, well, so we can take it off. Take that flap.
All right. Do you understand
That's a
anything?
good idea.
And undo the boom. What's that one called?
And
Boomstay?
the downstay.
Downstay?
The downhaul.
Downhaul.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
You know what to get it from others, don't you? So let's see jib halyard. Let's make sure it's all untangled.
Is it?
Put that on there, and then the halyard rope actually goes inside the jib.
Oh, okay. Rightio. Here it goes.
Yeah, everyone always asks if we've got a video. It's all just the editing.
There we go. One person do it.
Murray can have it. The only issue is there, see that knot
Yeah.
where it joins to? Just
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure that's always small. Otherwise,
I would work it through, yeah. Sure.
and you just sort of have it at the front.
Yes. Yeah, I see.
See, Anna?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just give it a little tug. If it's not done upright, it'll come undone.
Oh.
And then yes,
Reconnect.
just tie that off for a minute. Now the front of the jib goes onto this shackle. This rope here is your jib downhaul. We leave that on there on purpose so you know what it's for. So it's just a matter of going up through the halyard, down through the pulley, and then we just tie it off around here. So you just got to see the tension on there so there's no wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
Just get the wrinkles out of the jib and then just do 3 or 4 half hitches. And when you're sailing, take the jib halyard off, the rope that you pulled the jib up with,
Okay. Oh, sure. Right, that's why you got to make the knot.
and then just put it in your bag. It's best to have it in there. So if you go somewhere and something happens and you've got to get the jib down.
At the end of the day, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you left it attached now, you know, it's just
now it'd be messy, but at the end of the day, when you're packing
Yeah.
up, it's very attached, it's ready.
you pull the
time,
zipper
sure.
down to the end and then put that button over it.
Isn't it neat?
What that does is stops the zip from ever
Yeah.
running.
Too.
To get the furler to work, you have to wind it around.
Yeah, so what you do, Matt, is before you connect your clue up,
Yeah.
get hold of your jib. You see how this rope's all out here? You know, when you travel, it generally unrolls. So Warren's
Going the right way.
Yeah, that's it.
We've got to go around 7 times.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
winding the rope back on the
See how
spindle.
it's going in the
Ah.
Yeah, so it's going to be
You counting?
There's 2. 7.
So now, if
If you want to furl it up, you just
Get that. So you can pull it up while you're going.
because your clue box will be attached to it here, like so,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
and then you just uncleat it.
And they'll fill
put them
with it,
on.
will they?
We'll put them on so you can see.
Yeah. And there's not enough sheet for
Oh yeah, it's probably too much. We'll cut that up a bit. Always tie it up at the end of this so it doesn't
Yeah, so don't lose it. Yep, sure.
badly. It's on the
Not good.
side.
Not good.
But first you just put it on like that.
Look at that. Oh, okay, yeah.
And then when you want it off, say
The beauty of that is, if you were out and it blew up 20 knots and you're out of control, you can just get rid of half the power. So then, while it's sitting on the beach and you want to leave, just do that.
Gotcha.
That's an anti-foul shock cord. You see how the ropes go over there?
Yep.
So when you tack, the ropes don't fall down and get...
Okay. There you go.
Now because it doesn't have dagger boards, this boat, you've got to tack, go through the eye of the wind, let the main off, keep the jib still on, so the jib will backwind.
Jib will help you to...
Backwind, go around,
Yeah.
pop the main over, and then do the jib blast.
Jib last, yeah, sure.
So it'll tack a bit better than a Hobie 14, but it's still without dagger boards, so you just got to
Yeah, you've got to make
go
sure
around
you've got some
patiently.
speed and...
Yeah, get speed, go around. As you go around the eye of the wind and the sail pops, just ease the main like a little bit.
Yeah.
That'll help it pop over. Go across, pop the main, and then do the jib.
The jib's helping to push the...
Yeah, so the
run
wind
boat
is
down.
that,
Yeah.
push it around.
Pushes it around, yeah.
Alright, that's it.
She's very pretty.
Very, very basic. So all your maintenance that you have to do in the next couple of weeks is, we can tighten these, but when we stand on them, the rope stretches, especially this back one. Like I've tightened that again from yesterday, so you just got to go along, tighten the trampoline.
Oh, okay, yeah, that right.
You know, just go along.
Yeah,
Tight off
and then
there.
tight.
That's your riding line system under there.
Yeah, okay, sure.
So you can just stand up and grab that.
Yep.
But like I said, there's the other riding line system in the pocket as well.
Yeah, and you just...
Throw that over the top hole.
Oh,
Now to get back on, normally guys, when you capsize, you just climb up over the front, because you've got the front trampoline there.
Oh, yeah.
So if it does go over, you're going to have to sort of climb up the side.
Yep, sure.
So what we've done with this riding line, I think you put a step in it for you. So that might end up there.
Yep.
You can put your foot in there.
Oh, okay.
Help you step
Help
up.
you get up.
But the one thing you can do too is like, main thing is for someone to get on the boat,
Yeah.
head it into the wind and
Heads
stop
off.
it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Takes off.
You can grab that to the crew as well. And they can
Oh,
pull
yeah,
it.
and they can use that. Okay, sure.
So whenever you do, if you do capsize, point the mast into the wind,
Yeah, before. Right.
let all the sails off. Why would you do that?
Because if they catch the wind, it'll run away.
Well, yeah, if you ride it, then it'll just take off because the sails are still on. Let them all off, jib all off, so that way when it comes up, it virtually stops, and you've got time to get back on the water. That's what we always say.
Get yourself out.
The wind?
Yeah.
Right.
The reason you do that, say if the wind was coming this way,
Yeah.
have the mast in the wind, and as you're pulling it up, the wind gets underneath the sail.
Oh, it actually helps.
Yeah.
To ride. Sure, yeah. Lucy's just tied a knot in this traveller rope, so when Dad does that big wild jive, it doesn't hit the end. Doesn't go bang. Sure.
So that's your trapeze. So you
Yeah.
can adjust that. So if you want to be lower, just push that through.
Oh, sure, okay. Yeah. These salmon,
Yeah.
job to get the roll as well. When you see Dad coming in, you go,
So when you're going to roll it into the beach, it's better if the wheels are like dead in the centre. More
Yep,
agile.
that's it.
A bit more.
A little bit more, Tom.
Just make sure they're always straight.
see it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll lift my side of it. That's
Oscar, that's it. Just come out before they...
you watch now, Wazza can just remove that. You can do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Roll down the beach.
That's very cool.
So when you come into the beach, you lift it up from the front.
Pull the wheels down. Okay.
Too hard to pull.
Normally,
up.
I'll tie a bit
sure.
of rope to them, so when it's like that in
So
the
you just-
water, you can just, or Mum can just pull. the
See, I don't
rope
have to
down.
physically lift it up this high to get the wheels. If you've got them in, you're in the water, you can actually just keep pushing.
Just push, yeah, okay.
And same to get them out.
See, I'm going to tie a bit of rope this long, so when, say, Dad lifts the wheels like this,
You can just pull them right.
because Dad might sail it by himself, and you're going to be able to do it.
Just when you pull the wheels out, just watch that don't bang.
The best thing is always to rig your boat flat on the ground.
You-
See if you can take that run off the jar. See how you push that in there, and then you just pull it on.
So you just just got to push
Yep,
that out.
with a handhold, up she comes.
Now at the top of the mast is like a hook. So that ring went up and hooked onto it. So to get it off, we pull the sail up,
over the top.
turn the mast, and then it falls down.
Okay.
So that's up. Got to hold the tension still on there.
Yep.
See, I still had that tension on there. If I didn't, it just falls back down.
into the hook. Okay.
So it was turning to the starboard that side.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got it. Hiding it, were you? Lowering the mast, you have to take this off throughout the pulley. Otherwise, when you go to carry the mast, the rope's still through that pulley.
Yeah, sure.
It's pretty obvious when you.
Yeah.
You can leave this somewhere and tie it all up, but I just find that it's rattling around. Just pull everything up so it doesn't get tangled. And just
Little
take it
ones
off.
at the bottom. Well, the big ones with the big.
Yeah. What I find is too, if you're trailing like that,
Yeah.
they rattle loose.
Yeah, they come loose.
And you'll get to the beach and this is gone. And that's
Gone.
driven 2 hours. And
Yeah.
so you know, I even take that shape
Worth a
off.
minute to do that.
Just do them all up so they don't get tangled.
Yeah.
Always roll the sail from the top. Right? You just try and keep that pattern straight. The beach at Bribey, it's 25 knots. That can just blow away.
Yeah.
So just someone just hold it. You might say, why isn't that sail bag bigger? When I
Pull one side of it down. That's it, you got it.
There's a good book out called Catamaran Start to Finish, which shows you like just pretend like it's day you're going to be a boat, how to rig it goes where, how to launch, showing you how to ride the boat. You can buy it online, a place called Boat Groups.
This for 400 chat. And you couldn't wait till next week to go out and do it.
That's it. Try it again.
I
So
reckon
remember
in
you
my
join
life,
those two
the
together
shop
when
I
you're
probably
sailing?
bought
Yes,
100 of
yep.
them, but I only ever sold one.
And the trailer, you just pull that in the middle, cleat it off. The reason why you cleat it off, otherwise the corner you're going around is banging into these stoppers.
Black bag here somewhere.
You might just have to come out the side. Otherwise you can see how it gets tangled.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Remember you're up in the air, they're like, come on kids, hurry up. And
Yeah, that's right.
tangled
Yeah.
and
So you tie that on first before you
yeah, just tie that to that saddle.
put it somewhere. So it's just
Because you just want to have the force, say someone pulls the forestay up.
And then you just hit them with the forestay. Yeah.
If we were around town, we would just connect those jib sheets.
Oh
to
yeah,
this.
and just tighten them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
just
then
have it sit on
the
the
more
top.
you can have on your boat when
Yeah,
you get
well,
to
you
it.
gotta
But
do it
if
when
you're
you
going to
get
take it out on your roads, I would undo these pins.
Oh, okay.
You got a few pictures of So just roll them up and just
Just like that.
put the thing through.
That was just the extra bit we put on to.
Yeah. To tie that, say I can tie it on there now. So when you go to put it up,
You'll have to think, what was that for again?
yeah, that's just to raise and lower the
Gotta
mast.
practice your knots, boys.
Yeah.
Neatening system here. I do like the neatening. Alright, now we've got to get this off. We've got lots of photos of this setup because it looks tricky.
Yeah. That's good, yeah.
So when you go to roll this up now, because you've got this 3, 4 and 5,
Yeah.
it just becomes a nightmare. So
I always roll the two sides so it's
take the middle one out,
Okay.
Remember that one goes back in the middle that I took
forestay.
out. That's the forestay.
Yeah, okay. He gets in
Yeah,
everywhere.
so just remember that the forestay goes in the middle.
between them,
Some people tie it down the mast.
yeah, I think we did when we
But
were
you know,
Hobie people.
they
Yeah.
going along, rattling, scratching.
Those Hobie people, Matt.
If I go from here.
Yeah, exactly.
Just make sure they're always done up, because you lose them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Well, you get to know the rigging better this way too, though.
Yeah.
You?
I don't think I never really understood all that.
The first
On the
time
Hobies,
it'll
we
take
never
you
took
3 hours, but
Yeah,
the second
sure.
time will take you 20 minutes.
Yeah, you just get... Right, so
you've got all these
the pins out now, I guess, yeah.
You've got all these team players, so you'll be able to do this in 20 minutes. You put
Yeah.
all your sail box lids on, everything's in. What you see?
There's little clips you have to put on the lids, otherwise they'll fly off when you're driving.
You're going to leave it when we put the post.
Yeah, let the trailer push.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You drive it on.
Are you going to stand on the front? Oh, they're lifting it.
Okay, I was wondering how we got the second D.
Yeah.
Not hitting the button. Yeah, I'll put some foam there so you don't bang that front.
So when
Normally the rear beam sits over them rollers.
Okay.
And that clears this and everything that goes with it.
Yeah.
It's the best knot in the world. Or one of the best. See, I can put all the weight in the world on that, and if I don't like where it is, you just go like that and pull it out. And if Truckee does another one, he puts a third one in to give extra leverage. So you just pull it down tight. And then just half hitch it off a couple of times. And it's on.
So you've got to do that up with a shifter too.
Do your thing first. Work.
You'll do your truckee hitch first, mate.
Harry's working on the one up there.
I like the fact that it's nice.
Yeah. It fits with the sailing ethos, doesn't it?
Now all this was strategically designed around that bug.
Uh-huh.
See that mast down in front of the stand?
Yes.
When you're travelling long distance, the mast tends to want to creep backwards.
Oh, okay.
That way it'll only go to that stand.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Otherwise you see masts hanging out 20 feet out back.
Yeah.
Legally, you're only allowed 1.2 metres from them lights to the back of what you're towing.
Right, okay.
You know, we get guys coming
Yeah.
From where to where?
from them lights.
The lights to the back of the... Okay, yeah.
We
Do
get
you have
this.
to have anything hanging?
No, not particularly. That's
As long as you're not hanging wider
Yeah.
than that, longer than that. Okay.
exactly. I was explaining to the boys. We're lucky with catamarans. The coppers don't really care about us.
Oh, okay.
But a truckee, if he's got
Anything sticking out?
too much rope hanging down, they're
Oh,
stopping
really?
and finding
Okay.
him,
Oh,
and
really?
they give him a hard time. Because they really do. I guess there's so many of them,
Yeah.
and none of us. You know. So here it's the same thing, boys. You just go around the mast a couple of times. Little truckie's hitch. Always go around your mast if you can. That stops it from sliding. And just pull it down tight as you can. Always when you're travelling, just stop and check everything. Make sure the bug's still on the top.